Hello friends, welcome to Web Layout Design in HTML and CSS video tutorials series. In the previous video tutorials we understood how to create these 4 layouts using CSS float property and clear property. From this video tutorial onwards, for the next few video tutorials, we are going to understand how to create these 4 layouts using CSS Flexbox concept. In this video tutorial, we are going to understand how to create this first layout using CSS Flexbox concept. Let me zoom it properly. Okay, let's start creating. I minimize it. I search for the notepad. I select the notepad. You can see that the notepad got open. Here I am going to write the basic structure of any HTML5 document. I say less than, exclamation mark, doc type, HTML greater than. By reading this line of code, browsers understand the given HTML document is the HTML5 document. We know that our HTML document begins with opening HTML tag and ends with closing HTML tag. In the opening HTML tag, I say lang equal to en. Lang equal to en indicates language of this document is English. We know that our HTML document is divided into 2 sections, head section and body section. To indicate the head section, I say opening head tag and closing head tag. To indicate the body section, I say opening body tag and closing body tag. That's the body section. That's the head section. In the head section, I say meta char set equal to UTF-8 greater than. This line of code indicates character set of this document is Unicode transformation format 8. I'm going to save this file. I say file, save as. I save the file at the desktop with the name layout1.html. Both sides I put double quotations and say save. I minimize it. You can see that layout1.html page is created. I right click on it, say open with Google Chrome. You can see that layout1.html page is open in the Chrome. Title is set to layout1.html, which is same as the file name. We can change the web page title using the title tag. I say here opening title tag and closing title tag. Inside that I say layout layout1. File, save, go to browser and refresh. You can see that the page title changed to layout1. Before I proceed and create the first layout using CSS Flexbox concept, first I want to remove the margin and padding from all the HTML elements. We know that some HTML elements come with margin and padding, right? So I go here and say opening style tag and closing style tag, and then I say here type is equal to text or CSS. I am telling to the browser anything I write in between opening style tag and closing style tag, please consider it as the CSS code. Here inside I say star. Star indicates universal selector in CSS. Star indicates universal selector. It selects all the HTML elements, guys. I say here opening flower bracket, closing flower bracket. Inside that I say margin 0px and padding colon 0px. I am telling remove the margin from all the HTML elements, remove the padding from all the HTML elements. Star indicates all HTML elements, guys. Good. Next I say here font dash family Arial. I'm setting the default font, guys. And then I say here box dash sizing border box. If we do not use box sizing border box, we know that whenever we add padding or border, or whenever we remove padding or border from any HTML element, then what we have to do, we have to go to width and height property of that HTML element, add the value or remove the value from them, right? To get rid of that problem, we use box sizing border box. When we use box sizing border box, we can easily add the padding and border to any HTML element. Padding and border are automatically added or considered as part of the actual width and height of the element, guys. If you want to know exactly what is this box sizing border box, I strongly suggest you people to watch the first video tutorial of this series. You get clear idea, guys. Okay, good. Next, while creating the layouts using CSS Flexbox concept, we have to tell to the browser how it should display the inner elements of any container. Okay, we should tell to the browser how it should display the inner elements of a container. We have to tell whether it should display the child elements horizontally, that is in a row, or whether it should display the inner HTMLs in the column wise. Okay, here body is the container element, right? Inside that we put many elements. We have to tell to the browser how it should display the elements that we add, whether it should display the elements horizontally in a row or in a column. Okay, for that what we are going to do here, okay, I just say here body, 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 and I say display flex. By saying display flex, I am telling that body is the flex container. When you say display flex, okay, the inner elements are considered as flex items. The inner elements are considered as flex items. Now we have to tell the flex items should be displayed in a row or column. Here I say flex dash direction colon row. Now what happens in this container, that is the flex container, any element I add, they are displayed in a row, guys. Check out, if I come here, I say opening div and closing div. Here I say div 1, I copy that code and paste down, that's div 2. We know that divs are block level tags. Divs are displayed one below another, right? But what happens here? As we have told, flex direction row, they are displayed in a row, guys, one beside another. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, div 1 and div 2 are getting displayed one beside another, not one below another. Why? Because of flex direction row. If I say here column, column, if I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, now they are getting displayed one below another, right? That is in a column. So that's what the flex direction indicates, how you want the browser to display the flex items inside a flex container. Display flex says this is a container, flex container. Okay, good. Now we understood what is display flex and flex direction row or column. Now what I do in the body tag, I am going to add a div, opening div and closing div. I am going to set its ID to wrapper div. So this div is going to become a wrapper for our entire layout. Understanding? Now we are going to apply the styles to this. So what I do here, I say hash WRAPPR wrapper div. Wrapper div also a container. You can see that here we are going to put the divs one below another, right? Logo div, nav div, header div, one below another. So we have to tell to the browser, that this wrapper div is also a flex container. I say here display flex, and then I say flex dash direction should be column. So any element that we add inside the wrapper div, they are displayed one below another. Okay, good. Next, when we use the container with flex direction column, if we have to set the width of the inner flex item, we use the width property, guys, width, width of 100%, and then to set the height we use minimum dash height property, HEIGST, height of 100 pixels, and then I say background dash color of orange. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you can see that the wrapper div has width 100%, height of 100 pixels, background color orange. I'm going to reduce the width to 60%. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, width is reduced. Next I want to place it horizontally center. For that I say here margin of auto. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, it is horizontally centered, guys. You can see that. One of the most important thing you have to understand here is the body is the container div and this div is the flex item, right? This is the flex container, this is the flex item for this body, right? So when we say flex direction column in the flex container, if we have to set the width of the flex item, we use width property. To set the height we use minimum height. To horizontally center we use margin auto. It's very important to understand, guys. Good. Now we are going to create the first div. Let's create this div, that is the logo div. Let me zoom and place it properly. Let's create this logo div. Okay. Inside the wrapper div, I am going to create a div, opening div and closing div. And inside that I put the content logo. That's the logo div, ID of logo dash div. Let's apply the styles. Here I say hash logo div. I'm going to say display flex. I'm telling this is also going to be a flex container. That means if I add any items inside it, I want them to be considered as flex items. Here I say flex direction, flex, flex dash direction, direction row. Any item I add inside, it should be displayed one beside another. That's what I'm telling here. Another advantage of using flex direction row is we can place this content horizontally center and vertically center easily, guys. Anyhow, if I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see the logo text is displayed. Let's apply the styles. And you can see this div is inside this div, and this div has the flex direction column. To set the width of this inner flex item, we will be using the width property, guys. So I say here width of 100% and then minimum dash height, HEIGHT, height of 50 pixels, and PACKGRY, background dash color, LIGST, light gray. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see that width 100%, height 50 pixel, background color light gray. Next I want to place the logo text vertically center. Now as we are using on the logo div flex direction row, this content is considered as a flex item, guys. So flex direction row we have, so that is the container. Very simple. We are going to say here ALIGN, align items CENTER, center. So on this container, when I use align item center, all the inner elements are vertically center aligned. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, see the logo text is displayed vertically center. I'm going to add some padding on the left side. So I say here PADDING, padding dash left of 2%. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, see padding is added. We have successfully created the logo div. Next we are going to create the navigation div. For that, below this logo div, I say opening div and closing div. Inside that the content will be NAVIGATION, navigation, and ID I set nav div. And logo div and nav div are going to get display one below another. Why? Because for the wrapper div we have used the flex direction column, guys. Okay, and let's apply the styles to this nav div. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, navigation text is displayed. Let's apply the styles. Here I say hash nav div, it is also considered as the container. So I say here display dash flex. Okay, this is display flex, and then I say flex dash direction, I say row. I'm telling if I add any element inside it, it should be placed in a row, guys. Flex direction row. Next, I'm going to set the width of this nav div. How do we set the width? Here the wrapper div has the flex direction column. I told you that when we use flex direction column on the container, the flex item width we can set with the help of width property, height we can set with the help of minimum height property, right? So same thing we are going to do here. So width of 100%, and then I say here minimum dash height of 30 pixels, and background BACKGRY, background dash color of LIGHT, light gray. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see the styles are applied. There is no space between the logo div and nav div. So simply what I do here, I say margin dash top of 10 pixels. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you can see that space is added. Now we have to place the navigation text horizontally center and vertically center. Now navigation text, you can consider it as a flex item of this flex container, and the nav div flex container has the flex direction row. When the container has flex direction row, the inner content we can horizontally center using justify-content center. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, horizontally centered. Vertically center we can do with the help of align items center. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see vertically centered, right? That is how we create the navigation div, guys. Let's go for the header banner div. So header banner div is also very easy, right? We can create a div, opening div and closing div. Inside that the content will be HEADR, header and banner, and ID I am going to set here HEADR, header banner div. Simple. File, save, go to browser and refresh. It is displayed below here, right? Because this has flex direction column, so they are displayed one below another. Let's apply the styles to header banner div. It is very easy. Simply say hash header banner div, opening closing flower bracket. I am going to set the display to flex. Anything I add inside this, it should also be displayed in a row. So for that I say flex dash direction of row. Next I am going to set the width. Width should be 100%, and then minimum dash height should be 100 pixels, and background dash color should be light gray. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, styles are applied. Let's add some space between the navigation div and header banner div. For that what we do? We use margin dash top of 10 pixels. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see the space is added. Let's place the header banner text horizontally, vertically center. For that what we do? You can see that header banner you can consider as a flex item, and its container is header banner div. On the header banner div we are using flex direction row. When we use flex direction row, we can simply use justify content center and align item center. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, horizontally centered and vertically centered this header banner text, right? That's good. Super. Let's move on further. Now we are going to display the sidebar and the body area div one beside another. How do we do that? We are going to create one flex container div, and we set its flex direction row so that these two are placed one beside another, right? The flex items. Let's do that. Here I am going to create a div, opening div and closing div. I am going to set its ID to main div. Okay, main div. Here I am going to set the styles. I say hash main div. Main div should have width of, let me set first display property, display display flex. It's a flex container. Flex dash direction, I'm going to say row. That means any elements that we add here, they should be displayed one beside another. Next, width should be 100%, and minimum dash height should be 400 pixels, and background dash color should be red. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you can see main div is displayed. Let's add the space above by saying margin dash top of 10 pixels. File, save, go to browser and refresh. Space is added. Now let's add the inner elements, that is flex items. So I say here div, opening div and closing div, opening div and closing div. It is going to have an ID of sidebar div, and inside that we'll be having the content sidebar. Okay, let's apply the styles to this. So simply I say here hash sidebar dash div should take, it is also going to be a flex container I want, okay, so that I can place the sidebar content horizontally center and vertically center. I simply say here display flex and flex flex dash direction. I am going to say here row, and then I'm going to set its width to, see here sidebar div is inside the main div, and if you see the main div has a flex direction set to row. When the container div has a flex direction set to row, to set the width of the flex items we don't use the width property, we use flex dash basis property, and I'm going to say here 20%. so here flex basis works like a width property, guys. Okay, and then we don't set the minimum height. Okay, we don't set the minimum height because when flex items in a row are by default stretched, guys. They are by default vertically stretched. Next thing, I am going to set the background color. I say here background dash color of green. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see it is taking width of 20%, right? And it is automatically stretched. I have not used the minimum height. It is automatically stretched. And background color green. Good. Now let's add another div. I say here opening div and closing div. Closing div. I'm going to set its ID as body area div. Inside that we put the content body area. Let's apply the styles to this. So I say here hash body area div. Body area div. Also I set display flex and then flex dash direction row. I'm using these two properties so that I can place the body area text horizontally and vertically center, flex direction row, and then I'm going to set here width of 75%. So we are not going to use the width property. As I told, on the container div, if we are using flex direction row, we use on the flex item flex dash basis property to set the width, and we don't set the minimum height here because it is going to vertically stretch. We are just going to set the background color BACKGRY only, background dash color of blue. If I save file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see the body area div displayed. Let's add the space in between the flex items. To add the space in between the flex items, we go to the container div, so that is the main div here. We are going to use justify dash content spac space between value. What it does, it adds the space between the flex items. File, save, go to browser and refresh. See, we got the space. Let's apply the background color light gray here. Okay, let's change green to light gray, LIGHT, light gray, and blue to light gray, LIGHT, light, GRAY, gray. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see light gray is applied. Next, I want to place the sidebar horizontally vertically center, body area horizontally vertically center, and if you carefully observe, the sidebar is inside sidebar div, and sidebar div has flex direction row. When flex direction row is there, we can simply use justify dash content center and align items center. If I say file, save, go to browser and refresh, it is placed horizontally vertically center. In the same way, I copy this code and paste down here. Definitely the body area text is displayed horizontally vertically center. That is how you use the CSS Flexbox, guys. Good. Next, I am going to remove the background color red from the container main div. Background color red is removed. File, save, go to browser and refresh. Now we are left with one last div, that is the footer div. So let's create that. Here I am going to create a div, opening div and closing div. Inside that we put the content footer, and its ID I am going to set footer div, and we can apply the styles to footer div, right? So I come here, hash footer div. I am going to set its display property also flex, display flex, and then flex dash direction I mention row, and then width I am going to set 100%. I am using now width property, not the flex basis. Why? Because footer is inside wrapper div, and the wrapper div has the flex direction column. When flex direction column is used on the flex item, we use width property to set the width, guys. So next thing, we are going to set the minimum height of 50 pixels and background dash color of light gray. And if I save it, file, save, go to browser and refresh, you see that footer is created. There is no space in between the footer div and this main div. So let's add that FOOTER, footer, and here I say margin dash top 10 pixels, file, save, go to browser and refresh. Yes, space is added. Let's place the footer horizontally, vertically center. And if you see, the footer div has flex direction row, so simply we can use justify content center, align item center, file, save, go to browser and refresh. That's placed. At last, we are going to remove the background color orange from our wrapper div. So I'm removing background color orange here, file, save, go to browser and refresh. We are successfully able to create the first layout, guys. I hope you enjoyed, right? I suggest you people to watch this video again and again. Try it yourself. If you try it yourself, you get 100% clear idea, guys. Okay, in the upcoming video tutorials, we are going to discuss the next 3 layouts. After creating the next 3 layouts, you will be having the great idea on Flexbox, and you will be able to create any website design using the Flexbox concept, guys. So some of the basic fundamental things you have to remember. I suggest you people to watch this and practice, guys. Okay, you get clear idea step by step. If you like this video, hit the like button and share with your friends so that everyone will get benefited. In the upcoming video tutorials, we discuss more about web layout designing using Flexbox concept. For more benefits and be up to date, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep sharing. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. See you in the next tutorial.